Hello, friends. How are you tonight? I hope that all of you are doing well and that may God, Jesus, find all of you in peace. We are here today at the Spirit Center in Long Island, and our mission here is to spread the love and also to understand the immortality of the soul. All of us spirits are immortals. The life do not end with the, the death of the physical body. The spirits continuing on. And usually we hope maybe this year will be different. Throughout the years, during the end of the years, September, December, and January, are one of the hardest time for humanity. It's maybe reflections through the year that had passed by, economic reasons, um, health. There are many reasons that affects and afflicts the hearts of those who are suffering. And some of them not able to resist of temptation, they succumbed, they committed suicide. And the reason we are here today is to remind all of us that death do not end our life. The physical life, yes. The spirit, no. We continuing live on. So we are humbly ask little bit of your attention. And you may never heard about this. May someone never told you about this. That life goes on after death. I'm talking here about the reincarnation. Yes, I'm talking here about the reincarnation. The spirit continuing live on. Body dies. And then when the person committed suicide, person will return next life with damaged the physical body. How so? Well, like I said before, because the spirits continuing living on, the physical body after death and dissipates underground, and the spirits wandering on the planet Earth or someplace else. Some people call hell, and some people call heaven. Those who are able to end their life according to the teachings of God, do our best and effort, will be with those with the same affinity, with the same thoughts process, and so on, which we call heaven, because we will be with those who love and those who loves us. That's we call hell. But some of us who did not understand the laws of God and committed suicide, they will be with the ones with the same affinity. So what that means would be in the place that is called the Valley of Suicides, where people with the same affinity, with the same thought process, will you be together? And then it will be very challenging for them, will be very miserable because there will be people who are suffering. They didn't know that life goes on. And then when they find themselves in another side of life, they are surprised and they do not understand. And many times, many times, they try to communicate it with the loved one on earth because they continue to perceive themselves with the same garments of previous life, and they recognize the loved ones who still live on the planet earth, but they not able to communicate with those who are on the planet earth, in a physical body. They can see them, they can perceive them, but they're not able to communicate with them. They feel very desperate because the pain that caused them to end the physical body continuing to affect them, conflicts even more in excess because the conflict will be more in excess because they have the previous conflicts that they used to have in the planet Earth combined with the conflict after death. They didn't know that because no one had taught them. And they suffering a lot because they will see their body dissipates, they will see their body uh, eaten by worms, and they will ask themselves, I still talk, I still have feelings, I still have pain. How that be? Well, they didn't know. They didn't know that the spirits live on throughout eternity. So they couldn't resist the pain of the physical body and they committed suicide. As you can see, according to the story that I told you, which is not a tale, this is the thoughts that the spirits who have been writing to us throughout the codification from Allan Kardec. Allan Kardec book, a codifications book, which is the Spirit's book, the Gospel, the Mediums, the Genesis, and Heaven and Hell. All these five books are well written and psychographic by enlightening spirits, and Allan Kardec compiled these studies with the help of enlightening spirits to enlighten humankind, to help us understand that life goes on. Despite the suffering that we undergo in planet Earth, when we committed suicide, the pain is even worse. My friends, no matter how tired we are, how much pain we have, whether it's physical pain, emotional pain, or mental pain. Let trust God's will. Let's being supporting, being together in supports our trial and expiations, looking for the one who truly love us to support. Hold on, little bit more, but do not commit suicide. It seems like what I'm saying, it's ridiculous. It's a tale, but it isn't. It isn't. I myself, I see spirits since I was very little, 3 years old. From time to time, I have seen spirits. I have communicate with them. I have talked to them, and I have hearing them calling me. I can comfortably tell you that the physical body dies, the spirit continuing on until we achieve enlightenment and be in the place where we no longer need to reincarnate in planet Earth. When the pain is excruciating and agonizes you, do not give up. Ask for help. Always will be someone willing to help you, willing to do something. Just Emily, Emily, mom is in spirit. A mom in spirit center. Okay, okay. Always will be someone that will help you. We never, never alone. Never, never. When we feel desert, that no one cares. Jesus Christ is by our sides, supporting us, helping us. When you feel low and think you can no longer handle it, God, God is there within us at all times. The reason we don't feel their presence because we are too much entangled, immersed in material life. When we are so immersed in a material life, we do not feel the presence of these sublime beings. However, if we stop and reflect, we will notice their presence very close by. We can feel the presence of God to the sounds of the birds, the sounds of the winds, the beautiful trees, rivers, oceans, everything that the man did not create, God created. And God continues to create. Jesus Christ, on the other hand, guides us throughout his example. Jesus came to this planet to guide us. Jesus did not need to suffer He had already achieved enlightenment. However, Jesus is responsible for the planet Earth. Therefore, he felt the need to be the example for all of us. If you pray when we are feeling alone, help will come. If you ask God, help will come. Help will come throughout good brothers and sisters who giving a help hand to all of us. We are not alone. We are here at Long Island Spiritist Study in Long Island, Bohemia, New York. We believe that we must lend a hand to those in need. We have a special place, which is in here, where we meet one time a week. We pray, we ask God and Jesus for guidance, for enlightenment. But in the end of the day, we need to transform ourselves through morals, conducts. We need to behave and act in harmony. What you think, you must act. If you think about goodness, you must act with goodness. We do know, I know, that it's very hard to transform the negative tendencies to a healthy one, but it is possible. We may do not achieve it at first time, second time, third time. However, good God is watching over us and sees our effort. Jesus never, never give up on us. Continue trust in us. And God trusts entirely humankind. That's why God creates us. So, friends, do not think of such thoughts like committed suicide where the struggles arise. You may don't know or you may don't feel, but there are so many who loves you. And when the person committed suicide, they leave behind so much pain and misery. The neighbors that is such an incomprehensible act that it's shocking everyone around, and everyone around are affected by, and it's hard to heal. The parents who have a child who died by suicides, the parents usually never heals. They always have this kind of guilt where I have done wrong. And when the parents, they are not the side, when the parents committed suicides, the child never heals. Because the child feels that their fault. They have done something so wrong that the parents could no longer stand and commit suicide. For some child, for some child, they may also commit suicide too because they don't feel belong. It's important for us to understand here. Suicide causes deep, profound pain in all those who are around. And sometimes take millennia to heal this pain. The spirits need to reincarnated in order to heal this pain. The child who parents committed suicide, they suffer a tremendous pain, which turn to anger, depression, and sadness. So, friends, let's think about the ones who love us so much. They might not be perfect because none of us are, but we are loved. We are loved enough for once to bring us to this planet. Do not give up. According to this spirit's book, suicide, it's one pain. It's one act that we do against God. God is with us at all time, all time. How we find the laws of God in our consciousness, in our consciousness. We are image of God. We may don't do everything right, but we are good in something. Let's attach ourselves to the good that we are. Let's do not give up in life. Life is precious and it's a gift. Thank you to our mentor, Prince Mulford, and I'm going to read here one of, I'm gonna do the prayer, one of the day. Oh, look at that. God knows your destiny and is in control of your life. You deserve whatever happened to you so that you may gain new ground along the evolutionary continuum. God is a merciful Father who watches over you. Never consider yourself overlooked, tumbling down the slippery slope of rebelliousness and blasphemy. Humans must practice courage and resignation, otherwise, they will stay spiritually immature. God does not play favoritism. God loves everyone the same way. Let yourself be led by events you cannot change, while lovely change those that will benefit you. Falling into despair? Never, never. Okay? So God does not play favoritism. God loves us all the same way. And the reason what this reading tells us here, Happy Life by Divado, Franco, and Joana de Angelis. This book telling us here that the reason we go through struggles and challenges so we can attain resilience, become matures. Okay? So Lord, let's be together. Let's trust in God. Let's believe that we are never, never, never alone. So now let's end with a prayer. I was forgetting about sharing something about my life, right? that it was very challenging. Hmm, I'm gonna share this. I, due to my health condition, I have a very weak immune system. So my teeth are very weak due to so much medication. The immune system will be very weak. And for many, many years, I didn't have money to take care of my teeth. And I always felt embarrassed because, as you can see, I have a big mouth, right? I have a huge mouth. And when I laugh, I show my entire mouth. And what people saw first, a very ugly teeth. I felt so embarrassed for years and years and years. And I had times that every time that I was going to take a picture, I would take a picture like this because I was afraid to show my teeth because they were not a good situation. So I start to pray to God, to ask for wisdom, to ask for betterment, life skills. Um, I start to pray, yes, God, to be more wisely so I can have better investments. And I start to meditate to Master Jesus and directly speak to Jesus to give me strength, courage, wisdom, so I can know the difference between right and wrong, and I can prioritize what's right, and I start to make best investment, use coupons, spend less money in clothing and unnecessary shoes, a lot of things that was mask the pain that my teeth was ugly. So what I used to do, I used to buy clothing, a lot of clothing, a lot of shoes. So look beautiful. But then when I smiling, I felt embarrassed. So I, after long meditation, gave me these insights to go to see how much cost to take care of my teeth in here in the United States. So then I went to Stony Brook Dental Care, and the I made I wanted to see the dentist, and I evaluated how much everything was costs. So it was very expensive. It was like 50,000. So I came home very sad, disappointed, because the money that I have been spent with clothes and shoes to mask the pain that I have because I didn't have a beautiful smile uh, could help me a little bit. Not pay all because I didn't spend that much, but could help me a little bit. So I started to pray to Jesus, and I went to Brazil for vacation to see my family that I miss so much. And guess what? When I got there, all my families have a beautiful teeth, and I felt even more embarrassed. I said, "Oh my God, they are here in Brazil. In their financial situation is not as good as mine, and how come they can't take care of their teeth, and I am in the United States again?" So then my cousin called me in a corner. She's very she's like my mother in some way. She said, "What's wrong with you? You're giving up in yourself. you always take care of your energy, you always take care of your hair, your your teeth, and you always took care of yourself. Why you giving up in yourself? So down to the United States, so expensive. She says, come here and do the treatment here. I said, oh my God, that's true. It would be much cheaper. So I went to the dentist in Brazil because I was there on vacation. I was not prepared for that. I went to the dentist. She did the checkup, the entire mouth, evaluated everything, and she told me how much each would cost. Each would be half the price that would cost in the United States. United States would cost 25, in there 50,000, and there would cost 25. And then the dentist said, you do not need to pay everything at once. You come and do the superior part, the up part. Then you do the down part, the up and then the down, the up teeth and down the teeth, the bottom, the up teeth and the bottom teeth. You don't have to do everything at once. So we start. So I made the plan and everything. So in 6 months, I returned there to start my teeth treatments. And now I may return again to finish the up. Then I will return to start the bottom. Then we return again to end the bottom. So, friends, everything in life has a solution. We do not have a solution for that because that is up to God, not to us. Okay. So then I said, okay, and then I start. So I was long time very sad and embarrassed with my image. Now I'm confident and I'm happy. Even though my teeth falling here, I still confident because I'm in the process of fixing it. I'm proud of myself, and my cousin said to me, above all, you need to be an example for your daughters. If you don't take care of yourself, your daughter will not take care themselves neither. So I am taking care of myself. So I can be always a good example for my children. So friends, always there is a solution. Let's trust in God. Look at who's in here, my dear friend Alessandra. Oh, Ale, it's so nice to see you. Always very nice to see you. Ale is a great friend of mine. She comes to the Spirit Center too. So now let's finish. I love you. I love you. Too. Now we're gonna end. Dear God and good spirits, thank you so much for today and always. Thank you for the loves that we make along the way. Thank you for the friends that we meet to help us in our journey and help us to continue to spread the words of love. Help us to disseminate the teachings of God so well expressed by Jesus Christ. My dearest friends, if we do not become patient, tolerant, kind, fraternal, fraternal, and charitable, we will not reach the kingdom of God. all the trial and expiations that we all go through, all that is to make all of us happy, kind, and enlightened. We will not become strong if you do not overcome the challenges that we encounter. God will not give us wisdom if we do not create it for ourselves. Let's dive in a world of love, in a world of resignation, and ask heaven to help us, and we be helped. Thank you for tonight, and I truly hope that all of us sleep well tonight. One night at day at a time, one day at a time, and so be it.